This is Bixin Daily News, the latest news and opinions on crypto, NFT, Web3, and more. Let's get into today's top stories and opinions.
This is Celine from Bixin Ventures. Today is Thursday, July 28. Let's get to today's top stories and opinions. Messari just released their quarter 2 reports. The title is Solana Development Activity Increases, Uniswap Shows Strengths, FRAX Shows the Most Stability. Ryan Selkis, founder of Messari, recently tweeted some of the most interesting charts from their quarterly report for the 25 largest crypto communities in the world. Here are some of the tweets. Solana developer activity has held up, and NFT volume have exploded despite the crash in the market cap and TVL that impacted the broader market. Switching over to DeFi, Uniswap has continued to show strengths. Its trading volume are up year over year even though LP fees are down. When it comes to on-chain derivatives, DYDX has held its own versus some steep competition. It holds a 14% market share in ETH perp trading in a peer group that includes FTX, Bybit, and Deribit. On the Web3 side, Filecoin continued to add storage capacity, up 7% sequentially. In LivePew's video transcoding volume flattened out as it expanded its effort to branch beyond Web3 communities and into Web2 video infrastructure support. Alright, let's take a look at what's next for DeFi. Protocol-owned stablecoins and adoption of positive tokenomics. Recently, Phil Guinness tweeted about 7 future DeFi trends after researching about 25 DeFi protocols. He believed that the reason why DeFi has become brutal is the inflationary design of DeFi tokenomics, lack of protocol revenue redistribution to the token holders, and attractive ETH staking APY. In this regard, he thinks that the next DeFi project will have the following changes. Number 1. Growth of protocol-owned stablecoins. Number 2. Increased adoption of V tokenomics. Number 3. Focus on progressive decentralization. Number 4. Launching new iteration protocols. Number 5. Future is multi-chain. Number 6. Increasing influence of Uniswap v3. And lastly, number 7. Expanding token use cases. At the end, he reminded, the transparency in which teams are building is very different even among the top DeFi projects. Moving on. Unsustainability of Helium's incentive to miners. Recently, KOL Liron Shapiro tweeted about the unsustainability of Helium's incentive to miners. He first mentioned a set of data. On average, miners spent about $400 to $800 USD to buy a hotspot. They were expecting $100 a month, enough to recoup their costs and enjoy passive income. But in the end, their earnings dropped to only $20 per month. He also said that miners still don't realize their share of data usage revenue isn't actually $20 per month. It's actually 0.0 per month. The other 19.99 is a temporary subsidy from investment in growing the network and speculation on the value of the HNT token. Meanwhile, according to Helium's network rules, $300 million per year gets siphoned off by Nova Labs, the corporation behind Helium. In the end, he concluded the facts indicate Web2 won't incentivize Helium because demand is low. Even with a network of 500k hotspot, revenue is non-existent. Moving on, let's talk about comparing the profitability of DEX. Only Solana's Lifinity has meaningful profit. On the 25th, Talking About Fight Club published an article on DEX profitability comparison. In the text, profit will be defined as profit equal revenue, protocol fees, minus expenses liquidity mining. Uniswap has neither LM emissions nor protocol fees, so it has no profit or loss. It does, however, have a fee switch that governors could at any point decide to turn on. SushiSwap appears to be one of the most sustainable protocols, and they have relatively low LM emissions. Among the protocols included in the study, Curve have the greatest amount of LM emissions, more than 10x their revenue. In the following article, the author analyzed the other 4 DEXs and asked a question in the end. If a protocol is not able to generate a profit for its token holders, do these metrics even matter? To continue hearing more, please subscribe to bixinventures.substack.com for daily newsletter and follow Twitter account Bixin Ventures to hear the rest. This is Celine from Bixin Ventures. Thank you for listening and we will see you tomorrow.